Don't ever go behind my back again, you hear me?
Franklin's lost. One of the greatest tragedies of my life.
Do exactly what I tell you.
You cannot trust the CIA.
How do you plead?
We will figure this out. Could you come back, please?
If I want to tear it all down, then that's what I'm gonna do. She sacrificed herself to keep you safe.
FX's Snowfall, finale next Wednesday at 10.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 6, Episode 10, the series finale. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions. So down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts, early impressions on this episode. And man, your boy Franklin Saint, the way he went out was crazy, right? Now, the easy prediction for this series finale was Franklin going to prison or being taken out. Everybody knew this was a high possibility of happening. Now, it was rumors out there saying that they wanted to go a different route with this series finale, because usually we see stuff like this as far as the main character being killed off or going to prison. We see it time and time again in a show like this. They say, you know what? We're going to switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they did. The way Franklin went out was sad. It was really sad just to see him break down. You know, him wanting that money, it destroyed him. It destroyed him. And I like how they played that Kendrick Lamar Pride at the end of the episode. I mean, it pretty much represented what Franklin was going through. I mean, this dude, he was completely lost, y'all. And I knew in this series finale that they was going to show us that side of him where he becomes that animal, that monster, pretty much not stopping at all in order to get what he wants, disrespecting everybody that he loved and cared about. I mean, he didn't give a damn. And by the end of the episode, we saw him become a complete drunk. I mean, it was so sad. And I already know it was people out there probably just getting ready for him to be taken out or something big to happen as far as him, you know, getting caught up with the government. But as this episode continued to air out and we saw the years go by, I mean, first I believe it was like 3 months went by, and then it was like 2 years, and then 1 year. And I'm looking like, man, he ain't get caught up with the government. He was good. He could have really, you know, went a completely different route if he listened to Veronique, and he would have been okay. But no. That ego, it got the best of him. That greed, that hunger for that money, it completely destroyed him. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on your boy Peaches. Now, I've been telling y'all this since the very beginning of the season. I made a video. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. A lot of people did not believe we will see conclusions to some of these storylines. Well, in this season, and in that video that I made, we got conclusions of the Alton storyline. In the series finale, we got the conclusion of the Peaches storyline. Franklin was able to find him, and that whole thing was crazy. I mean, Peaches woke up, you know what I'm saying, smiling and all that, and then he was ready for war. He probably was paranoid as damn self, thinking that Franklin would pop up eventually, and that's exactly what he did, and Peaches got taken out by Franklin. Franklin wasn't playing around, but once Franklin took out that junkie in there, and then after that, he took out Miguel, I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I had a feeling he was going to take that dude out, but Franklin made it seem like everything was good, telling him to take that money, but no. Once he saw that it was just $12,000 up in that safe and that was it, he was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's really over. I mean, dude had a family and everything, and he still got taken out. Now, I did like the little Easter egg that they put in there about John Singleton. They was out there filming Boys in the Hood, and Franklin was like, I ain't gonna win no Oscar or whatever. I mean, I like that part, man. And, you know, they were just showing that love to John Singleton. And I feared that, you know, that they would put something like that in this episode. And that's exactly what they did. My quick thoughts, early impressions on Leon surviving. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I was happy that Leon survived. And most likely he will be in the spinoff. Him and your girl Wanda, Gail Beam, they've been doing a lot of press this week. And, you know, now everybody wants to know what's going to happen in this spinoff. They said that Wanda will be, you know, involved, I believe, in like the music industry or something like that. And that was one of the things that they talked about as far as that spinoff, that we will see, you know, a lot of, about gangster rap and stuff, and then gang wars and all that picking up. So we're definitely going to see that once this spinoff comes out. Your girl Aunt Louie, quick thoughts, early impressions. She got up out of here, y'all, but she is still on the run from the DEA. They still looking for her. And hey, she's most likely going to pop up in the spinoff as well. And what about your boy Gustavo? They show him once again. I thought he was done for when we saw him a few episodes back, but no, Gustavo ends up popping back up in the series finale. He was good. They showed him 2 years later, so he's training these young guys as far as wrestling and stuff like that. But he does get the call from Shamara, and she was telling him that she wants to see him, and I believe she said that she was in North Carolina. Do you guys believe it's a smart idea for Gustavo to go down there? I got a funny feeling if he is in that spinoff, that may be a mistake, because we know the DEA, they're looking for Aunt Louie, but you best to believe they looking for Gustavo as well. And if they get the opportunity to get him, you already know Tony Moreno, who survived, he's not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting to see that if they decide to put the whole Gustavo storyline in that spinoff. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on Veronique. Remember, a lot of people did not trust Veronique at all. We knew something was going to happen in this episode because Franklin, he was, hemming her up in the trailer. So we knew he was going to be pissed off at her. And he told her, don't ever go behind his back again. She was trying to set up deals as far as selling, the stake and, in the property. She was pretty much just trying to, get some money, get some income to save them. But Franklin was not having it at all. He disrespected her. And she said, you know what? I'm going to do what my mom taught me to do. And that's exactly what she did. I talked about this in the final predictions video. I knew once Franklin did that, she was up out of here. And that's all she needed. She said, you know what? I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sticking around, messing around with him. He going to end up hurting me, and I cannot be around this and have my, son be around this as well, which we know Franklin had a son, and he ain't seen his son at all. I mean, his ending, damn, it was almost worse than going to prison or being taken out. He was more likely just to be taken out and not have to deal with all the stuff that he's dealing with. But this is what happens when you're too greedy and you let your pride and ego get the best of you, right? Now, my quick thoughts and early impressions on Sissy Saint. She didn't say anything to Franklin. She knew what time it was. She'd been saying that he's lost it. This was the biggest tragedy of her life, was Franklin and the things that he's, basically been doing. She told Leon to get the hell up out of there. You need to go and follow Wanda, which I'm glad that Leon did. I'm glad that he went to Africa once again and he got up out of there with Wanda and he was able to survive. But Sissy told him, like, look, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be sitting around trying to, use your money to take over the shelter and all that. Leave. You know what I'm saying? Leave. And hey, girl Sissy, she held her ground and she wanted to expose the CIA. But hey, at the end of the day, they couldn't really get anything on Franklin. Franklin was like, look, I'm giving up Ruben quick. And I was surprised. I'm like, damn, he gave up Ruben super quick. He wasn't playing around. They told him, if you don't give us, Ruben, it's pretty much over for you, right? So he gave up Ruben like very quickly. And then after that, we just saw the destruction of his character, which came from himself. Now, I will ask you guys this. Would y'all have rather seen Franklin go out as far as being, killed off or going to prison? Or are y'all happy that he went out the way he did? At the end of the day, we knew it was not going to be a happy ending for Franklin. We know he was going to be screwed either way it went. And that's exactly what happened. And to see him go out like that, becoming what he pretty much feared and, what his pops became before he got his pops clean and everything. But man, to see him go out like that, it was a complete different, type of ending that not a lot of people talked about. I know I did see some people saying that Franklin is going to be screwed up or whatever. He may become like a junkie or whatever. And in this episode, we saw him just completely lose it. And he did survive. I don't know about him being in no type of spinoffs. I think that's it for your boy Franklin Saint. I mean, he had a hell of a story. You know what I'm saying? He had a hell of a story, y'all. Just to see his character from the very beginning to now, I mean, it's a complete different person. This dude was on one, and sadly, he ended up falling. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, we usually see characters like him be killed off or go to prison. But in this case, it was almost worse. And in some people's opinions, it was worse to see him go out the way he did. Now, your boy Damson, he did a hell of a job playing Franklin Saint. And through this episode, we just saw him elevate each and every scene. He just kept dominating the scenes over and over again. And every time we saw him, he kept going into a darker and darker place till eventually it got the best of him, y'all. But I did enjoy this series finale, man. It was crazy. I told y'all I don't want to see an episode where I'm just going to predict everything. I'm glad that they did what they had to do. I know a lot of people probably wanted to see, maybe him being taken out or going to prison, but at least they did give us something different. And I'm more eager to see what's going to happen now in those spinoffs. I can't wait. Now, I will be dropping the full recap for you guys tomorrow later on in the day, so stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support that you've been showing me for this entire series, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.